Hello, beautiful people. Today, I want to talk to you. Yes, you. The woman who is juggling it all. The mother, the partner, the friend, the professional. The one who keeps all the plates spinning, even when your own hands are trembling. I see you. I see you waking up before the sun, your mind already racing with the day's to-do list. A list that seems to have no end. I see you going to bed long after the house is quiet, replaying the day, wondering if you did enough, if you were enough. And I'm here to tell you something your heart needs to hear. That feeling of exhaustion, that bone-deep weariness you carry, that is not laziness. It is the weight of a life fully lived, a heart fully given. I want you to take a deep breath with me right now. Inhale that feeling of just being, and exhale the judgment. Let go of that little voice in your head, the one that whispers harsh words when you dare to sit down for just a moment. That voice that calls you lazy when all you want is 5 minutes of peace. We are going to silence that voice today. Together, we are going to replace it with a chorus of truth, compassion, and understanding. Because what you are feeling is real, it is valid, and you are so far from being alone in this journey. This space right here, right now is for you. It's a sanctuary from the demands and the expectations. For too long, we as women have been handed a script that tells us our worth is measured by our productivity, by how much we can endure without complaint. We've been taught to wear our exhaustion like a badge of honor, a testament to our love and dedication. But what if I told you that true strength isn't found in perpetual motion? What if I told you that honoring your need for rest is one of the most powerful things you can do? Today, we are going to unravel these myths. We are going to explore the profound truths that can set you free. Truths that will help you see yourself not as failing, but as human. A magnificent, powerful, and deserving human being. So, get comfortable. Pour yourself a cup of tea or just find a quiet corner where you can just be. Let my voice be a friend, a sister, a guide. We are about to embark on a journey of rediscovery, a conversation that is long overdue. We will explore 7 fundamental truths that every woman, every mother needs to hear, to know, and to embrace deep within her soul. This is not just another video. This is an affirmation that you are seen, you are valued, and you are doing an incredible job simply by being you. Let's begin this beautiful journey together, shall we? Let's talk about the invisible load. Imagine you're carrying a backpack. From the moment you wake up, you start filling it with worries, mental notes, and emotional labor. This backpack doesn't have a physical weight that others can see, but you feel it. This is the mental load, the endless checklist of tasks and worries you manage daily. It's a full-time job with no salary and few thank yous. I see it. That load is heavy. Then there's the emotional load, the energy it takes to be the calm in everyone else's storm. This work is profoundly draining. Remember that backpack. You are a master project manager and an emotional support specialist. You are carrying an immense, invisible weight. Acknowledging this is about honoring the truth of your experience. Who is the CEO of your home? It's you. You are the CEO of your household. This is why you feel so tired. You are the Chief Executive Officer of Home and Heart. You are experiencing executive-level fatigue. It's about giving a name to the incredible, invisible work you do. The myth that women are natural caregivers is a dangerous fallacy. These are learned skills. Let's dismantle this myth. Because this is learned work, it can be taught and shared. Transform the monologue of mental load into a dialogue of shared responsibility. Recognizing your invisible labor is the key to lightening your load. Rest. For many, it feels like a fantasy. It's often seen as a reward, something you get to do after everything else is done. But the everything else is never done. If you wait for the perfect moment to rest, you might wait forever. Rest isn't a prize for productivity or a sign of weakness. It's a fundamental need, like air and water. It allows your body to heal and your mind to clear. Think of your energy as a bank account. Every task is a withdrawal. Burnout is your body saying your account is empty. Rest is how you make deposits. Meditation, a walk, tea, reading. These are vital deposits. The guilt is a liar, a conditioned response. Challenge it. A rested woman is not lazy. She's more patient, present, and resilient. Rest is the foundation for everything you do. True rest is about non-doing, simply being. It doesn't have to be earned, it restores you. Think of it as mini sleeps for your nervous system. Find moments of unproductive rest in your day. Give yourself permission to do nothing. Schedule it. Give your rest the same importance as other appointments. Communicate with your family. Set boundaries. You're modeling that everyone is worthy of rest. Start small, make it non-negotiable. Your well-being is a priority and you are worthy of this care. Let's discuss the myth of the perfect woman. It's a standard that was never designed for a real, living, breathing human being. We chase this ghost of perfection, believing that if we just try a little harder, we can finally grasp it. It's a collective illusion sold to us by movies, magazines, and the endless scroll of curated online lives. The truth is that this perfection is an impossible standard. It's time to give ourselves permission to let go of this myth. Unfollow accounts that make us feel less than, turn off the movies that peddle this fairy tale, and look in the mirror and see the incredible woman staring back. You are not failing the standard is failing you. It is an unsustainable, relentless, and frankly absurd set of expectations that sets women up for a feeling of perpetual inadequacy. It's crucial to understand that this feeling of being overwhelmed is not a personal failing. It is a systemic issue. Reclaim your power to decide what a successful life looks like. Tune into the wisdom of your own heart. Success is not a one-size-fits-all trophy. It is a deeply personal, ever-evolving tapestry that you weave with your own choices, values, and joys. When you start measuring your life by your own metric of happiness and fulfillment, the weight of society's unrealistic expectations begins to lift, and you can finally breathe. Let's be clear about something right now. The exhaustion you feel is not just in your head. It is a deep, cellular, bone-weary fatigue that is absolutely 100% real and valid. This isn't the kind of tired that a good night's sleep can simply erase. This is a cumulative exhaustion, built from sleepless nights, constant vigilance, the mental load of managing a household, and the emotional labor of nurturing everyone around you. It is a physical, mental, and spiritual depletion that comes from giving so much of yourself day in and day out. Your body is keeping score. It remembers the nights spent rocking a sick child, the early mornings getting everyone ready, the endless to-do lists running through your mind even as you try to sleep. This isn't just about lack of sleep. It's about the lack of restorative, deep rest. It's the on-call nature of motherhood, where one part of your brain is always listening for a cry, always anticipating the next need. This state of hypervigilance takes a profound physical toll, impacting everything from your hormones to your immune system. And then there is the emotional weight, the constant worry, the decision-making, the mediating of sibling squabbles, the soothing of fears, the celebrating of triumphs. You are the emotional shock absorber for your family. This work, while often invisible and unacknowledged, requires immense energy. It's like running an emotional marathon every single day, and it is just as taxing as any physical feat. So when you say I'm exhausted, you are not being dramatic. You are accurately describing a profound state of being. So I want you to give yourself permission to honor that exhaustion. Don't dismiss it, don't downplay it, and don't let anyone else tell you it's not real. Your fatigue is a valid response to the incredible demands of your life. It is a signal from your body and your soul that you have been carrying a heavy load. It is a testament to how much you do, how much you care, and how much you give. Your exhaustion is not a sign of weakness. It is a badge of your incredible strength. Now let's pull back the curtain on one of the biggest sources of this exhaustion, the invisible, relentless treadmill of emotional labor. This is the work that happens beneath the surface. The work of managing feelings and ensuring everyone feels happy, comfortable, and cared for. It's remembering to buy the right kind of yogurt, knowing how to soothe a nightmare, planning birthday parties that feel magical, and noticing when your partner is stressed and needs support. It's the constant, silent hum of emotional attunement that keeps the family ecosystem running smoothly. This work is so often unseen because it doesn't result in a tangible product. You can't point to a clean counter and say, "See, I did that." Emotional labor is in the harmony of the home, the laughter of your children, the stability of your relationships. Because it is invisible, it is often unvalued and unacknowledged, not just by others, but often by ourselves. We do it so automatically that we don't even recognize it as work, yet it consumes a tremendous amount of our energy and mental bandwidth, leaving us drained without knowing exactly why. Think of yourself as the family's project manager, event planner, and therapist, all rolled into one. You anticipate needs before they arise. You diffuse tension before it explodes. You create and maintain the traditions that become cherished family memories. This is not a small task. It is a massive undertaking. And when you're the one holding all of these emotional threads, it's no wonder you feel depleted. You are carrying the emotional weight of an entire family on your shoulders, and that is a heavy, heavy burden to bear. Validating this exhaustion means first seeing this invisible work for what it is: real, essential, and demanding. Start noticing it. When you spend an hour calming a child's anxiety or carefully navigating a difficult conversation with your partner, acknowledge it to yourself. Say, "That was hard work, and I did it well." By making the invisible visible, even just to yourself, you begin to understand the true source of your fatigue. You begin to see that you are not just tired, you are a master of an intricate and exhausting art form. So now that we see it, now that we've named it, what comes next? The next step is to give yourself radical permission to feel it, all of it. The exhaustion, the frustration, the overwhelm, even the resentment that can sometimes bubble up. For so long, we've been taught to push these feelings down, to put on a brave face, to not complain. We worry that if we admit how tired we are, we'll be seen as ungrateful or incapable. But hiding your exhaustion doesn't make it go away. It just makes you carry it alone. Your feelings are messengers. Your exhaustion is sending you a very clear message. I need a break. I need support. I need to replenish. Your frustration is telling you that a boundary might have been crossed, or that your needs are not being met. These feelings are not the enemy. They are your allies. They are your internal guidance system pointing you toward what you need to do to take care of yourself. Listening to them is an act of profound self-respect and wisdom. Allow yourself to sit with the feeling of being tired without judging it. You don't have to fix it immediately. Just acknowledge its presence. Say to yourself, "I am exhausted right now," and that is okay. In that simple act of acceptance, you release so much of the secondary struggle, the guilt and the shame about being tired in the first place. You create space to just be, without the pressure to be on all the time. This acceptance is the first step toward true, deep, restorative rest. And please hear me on this. Sharing your feelings of exhaustion is not a burden to others. It is an invitation for connection. When you are honest with your partner, a friend, or a family member about how tired you are, you give them a chance to show up for you. You allow them to see the real you and to offer the support you so deeply deserve. Your exhaustion is valid, and it is worthy of being seen, heard, and held with compassion, most importantly, by you. For far too long, the idea of self-care has been misunderstood. It's been packaged and sold to us as something luxurious, indulgent, and often expensive. A spa day, a weekend getaway, a fancy bubble bath. And while those things are wonderful, they are not the heart and soul of what self-care truly is. We need to reclaim this concept and redefine it for what it really is: an essential, non-negotiable practice of preserving your own well-being. It is not an escape from your life. It is the very thing that allows you to show up for your life. True self-care is not about adding another thing to your already packed to-do list. It's often about what you do. It's saying no to a commitment that will drain you. It's putting down your phone and going to bed early instead of scrolling for another hour. It's letting the laundry wait so you can have 5 minutes of quiet to drink your coffee while it's still hot. Self-care is about making choices, moment by moment, that honor your energy, your mental health, and your physical body. Think of it this way. On an airplane, they instruct you to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. Why? Because if you run out of oxygen, you are no good to anyone. Self-care is your oxygen mask. It is the fundamental act of ensuring that you have the resources, the energy, the patience, the clarity to care for the people you love. It is not selfish. It is the most generous thing you can do for your family. When you are nourished, you can nourish others. When you are whole, you can love from a place of abundance, not depletion. So let's strip away the commercialism and get down to basics. Self-care can be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before you get out of the car. It can be drinking a full glass of water. It can be stepping outside for 2 minutes of sunshine on your face. It is about identifying your most basic needs, for rest, for quiet, for nourishment, for movement, and making a conscious effort to meet them, even in the smallest of ways. It is a practice of self-preservation, and it is your birthright. Now, I know what so many of you are thinking. It's one thing to say self-care is important, but it's another thing to actually do it without feeling a tidal wave of guilt. The guilt is real. The moment you decide to do something for yourself, a chorus of voices can rise up in your head. The kids need me. I should be cleaning the house. My partner works so hard, it's selfish for me to take a break. There's just too much to do. This guilt is one of the biggest barriers standing between women and the care they desperately need. This guilt is a learned behavior. It has been woven into the fabric of what it means to be a good woman and a good mother. We've been conditioned to believe that our value lies in our service to others, and that prioritizing our own needs is a betrayal of that role. We feel guilty for resting because we've internalized the message that our worth is tied to our productivity. We feel guilty for spending money on ourselves because we've been taught to be the family's financial shock absorber. Breaking through this guilt barrier requires a conscious and deliberate shift in your mindset. You must begin to challenge those voices. When the guilt creeps in, I want you to talk back to it. Remind yourself out loud if you have to, my rest is productive, my well-being is essential. Caring for myself allows me to better care for my family. I am worthy of this time. You have to become your own fiercest advocate, your own staunchest defender against the insidious whispers of guilt. This is not easy, and it won't happen overnight. It's a practice. The first few times you choose yourself, the guilt might feel overwhelming, but with each small act of self-care that you claim for yourself, the guilt's power will lessen. You will start to see the positive effects in your own life. More patience, more energy, more joy, and that evidence will become the antidote to the guilt. You are not just pushing past guilt, you are rewriting a new narrative where your needs matter just as much as everyone else's. All right, so how do we make this a real, lasting part of our lives, not just another fleeting resolution? The key is to build a practice of self-care, one that fits into the reality of your life right now. It's not about a massive overhaul. It's about weaving small, intentional acts of self-preservation into the fabric of your existing day. The goal is progress, not perfection. It's about finding the cracks of time and filling them with something that replenishes you. Start by identifying what truly fills your cup. Maybe it's not a bubble bath. Maybe it's 5 minutes of listening to your favorite song, uninterrupted. Maybe it's a 10-minute walk around the block by yourself. Maybe it's a phone call with a friend who makes you laugh. Make a list of these small, accessible cup fillers. Don't just think about them. Write them down. Having a tangible list to turn to when you feel depleted can make all the difference. It takes the guesswork out of it when your brain is already fried. Next, schedule it. I know, another thing to schedule. But if you don't make a concrete plan for it, the urgent will always crowd out the important. Put 10 minutes of reading in your calendar just like you would a dentist appointment. Protect that time fiercely. Tell your family, this is mommy's quiet time. You are not only taking care of yourself, but you are also modeling for your children that it is healthy and necessary for people to have boundaries and take time for themselves. You are teaching them a vital life skill. Finally, be flexible and compassionate with yourself. Some days, your self-care might be a luxurious hour to yourself. Other days, it might literally be closing your eyes. Let's talk about something holding so many of you back. That little voice that asks, am I doing enough? Well, I am here today to tell you, you are doing enough. The world has sold us this impossible image of the perfect mother. But that woman, she doesn't exist. This constant pressure to measure up is exhausting. You are giving, you are nurturing, you are providing. And that, my friends, is everything. We're comparing our real lives to someone else's curated highlight reel. Your journey is uniquely yours. It doesn't need to look like anyone else's version of motherhood to be enough. Your worth is not measured by the cleanliness of your floors. It is measured in the unwavering love that is the foundation of your family. You're doing a phenomenal job. Motherhood in its purest form defies logic. Let's redefine what enough means for us. They see their whole world. They see safety, they see comfort, they see unconditional love. So I'm giving you permission today to throw out the old rulebook. Your new definition of enough is rooted in grace, compassion, and self-love. That is your superpower. We have got to start celebrating ourselves more. We need to start collecting these moments like precious jewels. It's about building a foundation of self-worth that is unshakable. Create a mental highlight reel of your day. This practice of self-acknowledgement will change your life, and from that place of inner strength and self-love, you can move mountains. You are enough. You deserve support. Asking for and accepting help isn't weakness, it's strength. For generations, women have been conditioned to give. But who supports the supporter? True independence is about interdependence. Create a network of love and care that flows to you too. Think of a forest, roots intertwined, drawing strength from the ecosystem. That's your support system. Reach out, activate your ecosystem. It benefits you and everyone you love. Motherhood isn't a solo mission. Reclaim community. You deserve to be held, heard, and helped. Start with one small step, one vulnerable ask. Your village can be individuals supporting you in different ways. Identify your needs and who can meet them. Be specific in your requests. Build a village by being part of someone else's. Create a culture of mutual care. Seek professional support without shame. It's proactive and responsible. Paid help isn't a luxury. It buys back time and energy. Delegate tasks to focus on what matters. You deserve a supported, manageable, joyful life. You are not alone. As we come to the end of our time together, I want to leave you with one final, essential thought. It's the thread that weaves through every truth we've talked about today. It is the foundation upon which you can build a life of more grace, more joy, and more peace. And it is this: please be gentle with yourself. You, who are so full of compassion for others, who give so much kindness to the world, you must turn that same gentle, loving care inward. You are just as deserving of your own grace as anyone else on this planet. You are on a journey, a magnificent and sometimes messy human journey. There will be days when you feel like you are soaring, and there will be days when you can barely find the strength to get out of bed. Both are part of the experience. You are not a failure on your hard days any more than you are a superhero on your easy days. You are simply a woman, living and loving and learning and growing. So on those days when you feel you've fallen short, when the inner critic gets loud, I want you to wrap yourself in a blanket of compassion. Speak to yourself as you would speak to your dearest friend. Remember that you are not alone in this. Right now, there are millions of other women who are feeling the same exhaustion, wrestling with the same doubts, and carrying the same invisible load. We are all in this together. Your struggle is not a sign of your inadequacy. It is a sign of your shared humanity. By being gentle with yourself, you give other women permission to do the same. You are part of a quiet revolution of self-compassion that has the power to change everything. It starts with you in the quiet moments of your own heart. So take these truths with you. Let them be a balm for your weary soul. You are carrying an invisible load. Rest is your right. Society's expectations are not your reality. Your exhaustion is valid. Self-care is your strength. You are doing more than enough, and you deserve all the support in the world. Walk forward from this moment with your head held high, knowing your worth, honoring your needs, and above all, being so very, very gentle with your own beautiful, powerful, magnificent self. You are doing a wonderful job.